When you're out shooting serious work, the tiny screen on your camera often just doesn't cut it. Judging focus, exposure, and color can sometimes become a guessing game, which is why many DPs swear by on-camera monitors. It's all about reliability and being able to work with your tools, not against them. For my specific needs, it felt like there was no way to avoid making compromises. Until I saw what Osee had done with the G7 Pro. Can it really deliver? Let's have a look. For this video, I did reach out to Osee about testing the G7 Pro, so you could definitely argue there being a bit of bias. Keep that in mind. Despite that, Osee doesn't have any say on the contents of this video, and I'll do my best to make this a worthwhile showcase for you. First, let me catch you up on the basics. This is a 7-inch super bright monitor with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hz. The large touchscreen has pretty much every protective coating you could want. Brightness is one of its standout features at a whopping 3000 nits. That's bright enough for direct outdoor shooting without needing a sun hood. Combine that with a 178-degree viewing angle, 10-bit color depth, and a contrast ratio of 1300 to 1. And you're getting an image that's both vibrant and accurate. If you have the tools, you could even color calibrate this thing for yourself. The housing is made from durable plastic, which I'm rather indifferent about. There's options out there which feel more rugged. Then again, the material keeps the weight of the G7 Pro low at just above 400 grams. For I/O, you've got 3G SDI in and out up to 2K and HDMI in and out up to 4K 30p. All of them thoughtfully placed at the back of the monitor instead of the sides, so you don't need to worry about knocking off a cable. Power is flexible. You can run NPF batteries, dummy batteries, DC input, or USB-C. And that USB-C port also doubles as a camera control and power delivery option, which allowed me to completely overhaul my camera rig to a much more streamlined build. There's two mounting options, one at the top and one at the bottom, but none on the sides. Inside the box, Osee includes a monitor mount, USB-C to USB-C cable, and a D-tap to DC cable. Though I found the connection a bit loose on all of my V-mount batteries and quickly replaced it with another one. Let's talk usability. The touchscreen interface supports pinch to zoom, gestures for brightness, volume, and preset navigation, what Osee calls My Sets. You can set up 8 customizable My Sets with up to 8 tools per page. And the tool set here is extensive. We're talking waveform, histogram, false color, vector scope, multi-scopes, zebras with adjustable ranges, aspect markers, anamorphic D-squeeze, focus peaking, LUTs with adjustable opacity, never seen that before, audio meters, time code, and more. No EL zone if you prefer working with that though. By swiping up from the toolbar, you can customize each of these tools and fine-tune them to your liking. Obviously, you can easily delog your footage by dialing in your camera model in the menu, and automatically or manually rotating the display is also possible. In my opinion, any modern Pro monitor needs to have camera control. The practical benefits are just too significant to be disregarded. Camera control works via USB-C tethering with minimal latency, letting you adjust aperture, shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and start-stop recording. And I can already tell what you must be thinking. Yes, tap to focus and touch tracking both work as well. Bit of a shame that touch tracking doesn't display the tracking box you'd get on the camera LCD. The box that pops up on screen essentially just highlights where you last tapped. I asked Osee about this and will update you all in the comments if I get an official update on the matter. Definitely make sure to double check compatibility with your camera model before considering this monitor for its camera control features though. You can find the official compatibility list down in the description box. Please refer to this one instead of something you might find online, since it's continuously being updated with new models. So far so good. Any true downsides to all of this? Well, boot time is around 14 seconds, which unfortunately is something most Pro monitors have to deal with. Once it's on, it stays on, and you get used to it rather quickly, but I would have loved for it to boot up a little quicker. On top of that, there are no physical buttons on the monitor except for the power button. They smartly implemented a screen lock function with a short press, which prevents accidental touches during operation. So while I would have preferred a few custom buttons around the housing and a physical on-off switch, this isn't the end of the world. The most recent firmware 10.1 has a little bug where brightness adjustment is disabled in camera lock mode, something their tech department is already working on fixing soon. Where the G7 Pro really shines is its image processing pipeline. It uses 22-bit tetrahedral processing, which allows for full 65-point LUT support. And in layman's terms, this means the colors are really accurate. You can load up several custom LUTs via SD card, and I immediately threw mine on there. By the way, if you want to support the channel and check out the LUTs I use for all of my videos, have a look at the description box and make sure to subscribe. It also supports HDR10, multiple gamma settings, and even a probe location function, which allows you to decide whether your monitoring tools work on the camera's raw signal or after you've applied a LUT. Performance-wise, latency when paired with a Sony FX3 is minimal and snappy enough for real-world use. But I'm led to believe that latency appears to be a topic which mostly depends on the camera's HDMI output instead of the monitor. Cooling is handled by an active fan system with a few room temperature settings and an auto mode. In my experience, fan noise isn't loud enough to be a nuisance on set, which is a big plus. But depending on the monitor brightness, the G7 Pro will quickly get warm to the touch. With the G7 Pro, Osee has created a very compelling monitor with professional-grade tools, excellent color, and outdoor-ready brightness in a lightweight and affordable package. A few things like the lack of physical buttons and no EL zone hold it back from being an absolute must-have for everyone. But it's fantastic value for the money, and you're getting performance on par with many monitors twice the price. If you're in the market for a Pro monitor that could last you years to come, this is definitely one to consider. Make sure to check out the link in the description if you want to pick up one for yourself. And if you want to see how the G7 Pro integrates into my perfected Sony FX3 rig, check out the video in the end card. Thanks for watching.